this video, we'll write an equation in standard form to describe this graph. Let's begin by finding the slope first. Remember that we need to calculate the rise over the run to find the slope. So we'll take one point on the graph and see that we rise 2 and run 1 to get the slope. So we know that m is 2. Now you may be asking yourself, why are we using m for the slope? And that is because we have a special formula we'll use here in just a moment. Let's collect one more piece of information before we move to that formula, and that is to find the y-intercept. You'll notice my arrow here is pointing to the y-intercept, and that's where the graph touches the y-axis. That value here is -1, and we let b stand for the y-intercept. Now we'll take our values and substitute them into the equation y equals mx plus b. You can see now that we let m be the slope and b for the y-intercept. So let's substitute those values. Our equation would look something like y equals 2x plus -1. Now, we would be finished except that this problem asks us to write this equation in standard form. Now, standard form means we have to get all of the variables on one side of the equation and everything else on the other side. So my first step is going to be to move the 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides so that I can get the -1 away from the x. Now you can see that I added the +1 to both sides. And that leaves me with y plus 1 equals 2x. Now my last step here is I need to get that y on the same side as the x. So I'm going to subtract y from both sides. That leaves me with 1 equals 2x minus y. Now remember, standard form means you have all the variables on one side. There are no fractions in the equation, and the x variable is positive. So you can see that we accomplished all of that here in this equation.